In this video, we're going to talk about how to have Google Sheets do your math homework. So to begin with, we're going to talk about how a math equation is set up. Let's say we have 4 plus 4. Well, we're always going to have an equal sign then, and I get our answer. And Google Sheets works very much the same way. The first thing we're going to do is get some numbers in here. So we're just going to fill in column A with a couple of numbers, just randomly put them in there. And then we're going to put column B with some random numbers as well. So we have our random numbers, and then here in column C, we're in location C1 is our active cell, and what we're going to do is we're going to have Google do all the math for us. What we're going to do is add all these numbers. So I'm going to do 4 plus 1, 3 plus 242, and so on. Now, I can really easily do this as a calculator. I can just say equals, and that's going to start off a formula, and I'm going to say 4 plus 1. And when I hit enter, it will do the math and it'll do everything for us. But that's not really any more useful than a calculator, because we can have a calculator do all that for us. Let's go ahead and have it do it a little bit faster. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to say equals, and then we're going to click on cell A1, and we're going to have plus sign, and then we're going to click on cell B1. And then when I hit enter, I still get the same exact answer. I still get 5. But what's cool about this is if I change that number, let's say instead of a 1, I put a 2, it updates automatically. So whatever number I put in there, it will do the math for me and update all of the time. Now that's great, but it only does one cell. What I need to do is have all this stuff done. And as long as I set up my formula here, which is equal to A1 plus B1, what I can do is in my active cell, you'll see this bottom corner has a blue square. If I take my mouse and scroll over it, it will eventually turn into a little black plus sign. And that's what I need. What it does is it allows me to copy that formula, and then I can drag it down or horizontally to copy that formula down. So what I'm going to do is click, hold, and drag with my mouse as being that plus sign, and I'm going to drag it down here. And you can see really quickly it did my math homework for me. It added all of that ready to go, no problem. Let's say I want to do subtraction. Well, I'm going to edit my formula now. Say equals A1 minus B1 and hit enter. And then I'll go back into cell C1 and I'll drag it down and it updates everything for me. I can do the same thing with division or multiplication. So with multiplication, I'm going to say equals A1 and then I'm going to put an asterisk, not an X, but an asterisk, and then B1, hit enter. It will do my math for me and then just drag it down and it does that one there for me. And then finally, we're going to talk about division. Division is just going to be A1 slash B1 and I'll hit enter, and then we'll go through here and divide them out and I get all of my answers. So that's a really quick, easy way to have Google Sheets do all of your math homework for you. One last thing, let's say we need to get the total of all this stuff. We want to get the total amount. We're going to use a formula for that as well. So let's say I want to get the total of all of these numbers here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in equals and type in the word sum, S-U-M. Sum is going to be the total amount, the sum amount. Then I'll get this little pop-up. I can click on sum, and then I'll drag through my numbers. Make sure you're clicking from the center and dragging down. Make your life a whole lot easier, and then hit enter. And I get the sum of all of those numbers added up. And just like we did here, where I can drag that formula down, I can also drag it over to the right. So I get the sum for column B and the sum for column C. Hopefully that helps.